Stocks are mildly lower this morning, although the Dow Jones is kind of buffing that trend. As I speak to you right now, the Dow is up about 1/4%. The S&P is just below the flat line, down almost 1/10%, but the Nasdaq is down 0.5% and the Russell is down about 0.6%. Japanese trade balance grew overnight better than expected, while jobless claims in the U.S. this morning were worse than expected, both initial and continuing claims. Canadian core retail sales also came in worse than expected. And as I speak to you right now, the dollar is bouncing slightly against all the majors except the yen, and gold, silver, and copper are lower, with crude slightly higher. Yields are higher across the board, nothing earth-shattering, but up 1 basis point on the 2-year, 3 basis points on the 5-year. The 10-year's at 465, up 5 basis points, 30-year 487, up 5 basis points. We do have a Bank of Japan rate decision tonight. Could be why the yen is a little bit stronger against the US dollar. They're widely expected to raise their benchmark interest rate by 25 basis points at tonight's meeting, bringing the key rate to 0.5% or 0.5%. This anticipated hike comes after a 4-meeting pause, and this would mark the highest interest rate in Japan since 2008. President Donald Trump is speaking at Davos shortly. He's likely to touch on several factors that could affect the markets, but the main one to keep an eye out for is likely tariffs. Any hints at all on that subject are likely to move markets. Looking ahead this afternoon, we have a 10-year TIPS auction in the U.S., earnings today after the closing bell. We have 15 companies with market caps over $1 billion in reporting, including Intuitive Surgical, Texas Instruments, CSX, the large railroad giant, and then a slew of large regional banks. Tomorrow before the opening, 10 companies with $1 billion or more in market cap reporting, including American Express, Verizon, HCA Healthcare, and Next Era Energy. Data tonight: Japanese national CPI and services PMI, as well as that rate decision I already mentioned. Data tomorrow: German, EU, UK, and US PMI data. That's the small to medium-sized business PMI, as well as existing home sales in the US and Michigan consumer sentiment data and inflation expectations in the US.